Chef Graham MacDonald from the Saskatoon Food Bank and Learning Centre is with us today. We'll talk a little bit about the programs that's happening there. The nutrition program, I guess, in particular. Chef, thanks for coming down.
Oh, my pleasure. Happy to be here.
I want to talk about Chef Graham MacDonald. He's a unique individual with a multifaceted set of talents. How did you come to Saskatoon and what's your background?
Yeah, so born and raised in Saskatoon. I've lived here pretty much my entire life, but I've been really fortunate to find my way to this job. Certainly when I graduated high school and did my post-secondary education, I had no intentions of doing anything food related. I studied music at university, and I've also done other very non-food related jobs in the past. But my last job before I came to the food bank was working in international development and disaster assistance. And so I kind of started learning about food security in that job, and was really fortunate to have some international experience and see what food security looks like across the world. And then COVID happened, and I found my way to the food bank, which had just started a new program. We call it the Nutrition Program. It's a program that started late 2019, but really took off during COVID. And we do a lot of different things as in the nutrition program, but I think the thing that we're most known for and maybe excited about are the cooking classes that we deliver. We do cooking classes, we do online cooking classes with various community partners, and then we also go out and we work with other community partners to deliver cooking classes in their spaces, which is just always a lot of fun. We get to see all different parts of the community and work with a very diverse group of people. So,
tell me, you just touched on it briefly, the food security internationally. What does that look like?
Yeah, so the pressures that we see in Saskatoon around food security, which is, you think about inflation and the cost of groceries going up. That's not an isolated problem to Saskatoon. That's happening all over the world, with the added complexity that we're quite fortunate in Saskatoon to be insulated from war and natural disasters and that sort of thing, which is not the case for everywhere in the world. So we supported, in my previous work, we supported programming in North Korea, in the Middle East, in Northern Africa, and those areas, they experience the same inflationary pressures, but they also have the added complexity of not having safety and the food infrastructure that we have here in Saskatoon. So.
And you were in North Korea or places
No,
like that, or just studied them and
yeah, we had projects in North Korea, but right. It was due to a variety of factors. The biggest one being COVID. Mm-hmm. We weren't able to be in country, but
that has to open your eyes in terms and give you a broader vision.
Very
of,
much so.
Providing food for people. So with the nutrition program, you talked about online. Mm-hmm. How does that work?
Yeah, that was a really unexpected benefit of COVID, actually, was we were doing cooking classes in person, and then of course COVID rolls around, and all of a sudden we're not able to get together in person. And so we started creating these online cooking classes, which the easiest way to explain it is it's a little bit like those HelloFresh boxes that you get. We pack special hampers that have all the ingredients you need to cook the food, and then we send them out to the program participants, and then we cook alongside them usually from our own kitchens, which is always, it's a very easy way to engage with people. It does have the added risk for me, my cats really love when I cook. And one of the topics that we always try to focus on in our cooking classes is food safety, which it's very hard to demonstrate food safety when in the background of your Zoom call, your cat is eating the cheese off of the counter behind you. So, these classes came about during COVID, but we still offer them. Many of the partners that we work with find that it's a far more accessible way for people to engage with our programming. It removes a lot of the barriers to participate in a cooking class. You don't have to find transportation or childcare. You don't have to wonder how you're going to get the food that you've made home. It's already home. Your kids can participate. And then it also, they're one of the really exciting things that can happen in an online cooking class is we get to see into people's homes. And, I think back to one of my cooking classes where one of the participants was this little old lady, and she was just the sweetest person. And she was quite isolated, as many seniors were during COVID. And this was it was in 2021, and people were starting to get vaccinated. People were starting to be able to get together again. And I heard her, she hadn't muted her microphone, which we all know is a faux pas, but in this case I was glad it happened because I heard her in the background, and she was on the phone with her son. And she said, well, just come over. I've got so much food now, and just come over and have supper. And then like 15 minutes later, in the back of her Zoom screen, her son came in, and they were able to enjoy a meal together, which is a really, it's an important goal that we have. We really believe in the power of food to bring people together, and it's really cool to be able to see that in action.
It's exuding from you, Chef. I can tell you that honestly, that when you see someone that passionate about educating people, and some of us need to learn how to prepare and eat better. What do you like about the nutrition program in the community? Does it open children's eyes, seniors, moms, dads?
Yeah. So we work with all different populations, and it really, I think the things that we can offer to people really, we can really tailor it to a specific group. So for example, we work with a lot of newcomer groups, and those groups are, many of them are very competent cooks. It's just some of them have never been in a supermarket. And so we'll actually take them on tours of grocery stores and kind of show them what's commonly available, and how to make the most of your shopping trips and all that sort of stuff. So that's one example. We also work quite closely with groups that work with people who are either incarcerated or recently released from incarceration. And that's obviously a very different scenario. Mm-hmm. And for some people, if the cooking class is a chance for them to get together and do an activity with another person, we can consider that a win. For other people, they're looking for specific, like, what are recipes that I can cook for my kids on a limited budget? And we can offer that as well. So I think it's really fun to be able to, and rewarding to be able to meet people where they're at and really work with them to achieve their goals, whether that's learning a new recipe or whether that's finding a sober activity that they can do. We're very happy to work with people to get them what they want out of the program.
So we have the Great Canadian Kitchen Party,
Mm-hmm.
and the Saskatoon Food Bank and Learning Centre has been the beneficiary of the proceeds that they're raising from this night. Can you talk a little bit about that's happening at Prairieland?
Yeah, so it's a big event. We're one small part of the event, but we're very happy to be invited to the event, and we're very excited to benefit from this event. It's essentially a big party. Obviously, that's in the name, but there'll be a number of local chefs who I'm very excited to see them in action. Many people that I have a lot of respect for. So they're going to be cooking up a storm, and we're going to be there. We are going to be doing a raffle there. We have a very exciting prize package for this raffle that I'm really optimistic about. We designed this prize package to kind of show off Saskatoon. We're very proud of the community that we work in, and we want people to maybe look at their community in a slightly different way. So we've curated a bit of a package of experiences and food packages to show off what I think is the best of Saskatoon. So there's going to be a whole schwack of prizes available as part of this raffle. Many local restaurants and some exciting experiences. One of the things I'm excited about is a scenic flight from Millennium Aviation. I love getting in little planes and flying, and so I'm personally excited about that. But I hope that that's quite literally allowing people to see our city from a different perspective. Absolutely. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah. So the benefit that you have through the nutrition program is some of the funding that's being raised will help you out doing that.
That's correct. Yeah. So we. The proceeds from this raffle will go directly to our programming, and it's a really exciting way for people to participate in our programming. Because of the way our program is set up, we work almost exclusively with community partners, which means that while I think I'm really proud of the work that we're doing in our program, it's actually not terribly accessible to the average Saskatoonian because you have to be connected to one of these organizations to work with our program. And so I'm hoping that this prize can at least give some of the benefits that I think our program has to anyone who enters the raffle. Yeah.
If people wanted to find out more about that, would they get a hold of you through which organization?
Yeah, so if they go to the Saskatoon Food Bank website, which I believe is saskatoonfoodbank.ca, my name shows up there. There's a whole team of us, and I'm very proud of all of my teammates. So if they get a hold of any one of us, they'll be in good hands. But they can also just call the main food bank number, and someone will be able to track me down. I'm usually pretty easy to find. So,
Chef Graham, thanks so much for coming down. Best of luck to you with the event, and we'll talk to you soon.
Wonderful. Thanks for having me.
That's our show for today. I'd like to thank our guests Jesse Wiebe and Casey Mintzler, as well as Chef Graham. Want to thank all of you for watching. I'm your host, Randy Shabila. We'll see you next time on Connect.